Today I'm going to show you how to create metrics from logs. To do that, we're going to use a log to metrics node. Alright, I've got a pipeline open, and this is a deployed agent. It's running this pipeline. I've got a demo input, and I've hooked that up to a debug output. This gives me an opportunity to quickly have a look at the logs that are being passed through this pipeline. Here you can see a web server or an Nginx log, and this is a 500 status code, and those are the ones I'm interested in. So in this scenario, I'd like to count all the 500s that get passed through this pipeline every minute. So I'm going to copy that log, and now I'm going to add my log to metric node. So I enter edit mode, add processor, expand analytics, and click log to metric. Now I can paste my sample log into the test pane. This is going to help me develop a regex pattern, a Golang regex pattern, and confirm that it's working correctly. Alright, so here's a pattern I would like to use. It's successfully identified that 502. It's going to look for any 500s. We've added that quotation mark just as an identifier to make sure that we're getting the correct 3-digit field. I'm going to name this node count5xx, and I'm going to name the metric 5xx per minute. Here you can see the interval. It's been set at 1 minute. It's 1 minute by default. So what we're doing here is counting all the 500s, whether they're 501s or 502s or whatever, every minute. And in every minute, we're going to emit a metric item with that count. You can see that in action if I go to the processor node, and I can see my outgoing item. Here's my metric name, 500s per minute .count, and there the gauge is 1. It's also creating an anomaly 1 metric, but we're going to ignore that for now. Alright, so I click OK. There's my new metric. I'm going to hook it up to the demo input. I'm going to connect it to my ed metrics output, and I'm also going to change my debug output to look at the output of my new log to metric node. That'll give me an opportunity to quickly see the logs flowing through this pipeline without having to the metrics flowing through this pipeline without having to go and have a look in the metrics explorer, but we're going to do both in a second. I review changes and click save changes. Then we wait a few minutes for those changes to propagate to the agent, and then for data to start flowing back. You can see no data has come out of that log to metric node just yet. We're going to wait a few minutes. Alright, it's been a few minutes. I can start to see that there's data flowing out of my log to metric node. That means metrics are flowing out. If I have a look at my debug output node, I can see the metric. It's a count, there's 5x per minute, and in that particular minute it counted 33. If I go over to Metrics Explorer, I only have one active agent, so it's selected, and I can choose a metric to look at. In this instance, I'm looking for the 5xx per minute count, and here I can see my latest result. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to work with these metrics, for example, by creating a threshold and setting an event to trigger output if that threshold is broken, for example, to send you a notification. If you want to learn more, check out our docs, watch our other videos, or visit edgedelta.com.